Hey guys, Frightener22 here, and welcome back to part 2 of my November 10th DVD update. Let's go ahead and get right back into the update. The next one I got is yet another Blu Ray, one that I finally got around to getting. I picked it up at Walmart, and I haven't gotten a chance to check it out, but I probably will get around to checking it out this week, and it is Lost Boys: The Thirst, the third sequel in the Lost Boys series. And from what I've heard, this is actually the sequel that should have followed the original Lost Boys. People said that it's a really, really fun film. As I said, I haven't watched it yet, so I really can't comment too much on it, but I'm really, really excited about it. You know, I own the original on Blu-ray, I have the second one on DVD, so I'm really happy to finally have this one. I can't wait to check this one out, so if it's as good as people say it is, then I can't wait for it. The next one I got, going to Walmart too. I'm a big Disney fan, big Pixar fan, so anything that they put out I will buy. So for 20 bucks, which some people might think is a little steep, I thought it was pretty reasonable for what it was. I got the Blu-ray DVD combo of Cars Toon, Mater's Tall Tales, and what this is actually is it's 9 short little films centering on the character Mater from the film Cars, and they're really well done. The whole thing runs roughly about like 38 minutes, but like I said, it's 9 short films, so none of them are, you know, more than like, you know, 3 to 8 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, something like that, but they're really, really entertaining. You know, the people over at Pixar put just as much love and attention and hard work into these series of short films as they did with any other Pixar production. So they're really, really fun, really entertaining, and really well made, and they actually include 2 new adventures, Mater, Private Eye, and Moon Mater, which were actually 2 of my favorite ones in this. They're really, really funny and awesome, and there's actually a slew of really cool special features. One that I actually really liked a lot, what was it called? It was basically a whole thing where they showcase, where is it, in Disneyland in California. It's a whole, it's like 3.5 minutes long. It's a little video because in Disneyland in California, they're actually opening up a new section of the park, Cars Land, and it's just basically John Lasseter and the Disney Imagineers going over the plans and kind of showing like what the park is going to look like. So that's really, really cool and really exciting. Anybody that lives out in California or goes vacationing there has something really, has something to look forward to because it looks like it's going to be really fun. I think they said it's going to be completed in like 2012 or something, but what they have in store for it looks awesome. But yeah, overall, if you're a fan of Pixar and if you enjoyed Cars, I can't imagine this falling short of your expectations because it was really fun. The next one I got was kind of an impulse buy because I don't really see this, and I kind of figured I own all the episodes out on DVD. I loved the show as a kid. It's one of the best animated shows from the 1990s. So, and I remember seeing the first movie theatrically when I was a kid in '93, and the other one I never saw, so it was like $8 on a double feature disc, and it is Batman, SubZero, and Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I don't really know why SubZero is first, because SubZero came out in '97, while Mask of the Phantasm was the first. It was the theatrical release that they did part of the show in 1993, so it's kind of annoying, like they should be flipped. But either way, this is just kind of like, you know, the icing on the cake to just have like everything, you know, in the Batman the Animated Series, you know, line, like all of that whole history and stuff. So for $8, I figured it was worth it to have, you know, the 2 films that were generated from that series. And I don't really remember Mask of the Phantasm much. I remember it being pretty cool, very noirish, much like the television series, but I never saw SubZero, but from what I've heard, it's actually a really, really good Batman movie, so I'm looking forward to revisiting and checking out SubZero for the first time, too, so should be exciting. The next one I got was another impulse buy. It was only $5, but the main reason I got it, I know that I've heard that the movie is a total utter piece of shit, and I'm not even that crazy about the original, but I do own the original, and, you know, I think it's funny. It's just nothing that, you know, I'm, like, crazy about. I think there's plenty of other better 80s comedies, but the main drive as to why I bought the sequel for $5 was because it was directed by Alan Arkish, who of course directed another one of my favorite movies, Rock and Roll High School. So I went ahead and I picked up Caddyshack II. Like I said, I've heard this is, you know, a really bad movie. It's not like a great follow-up, but you have Jackie Mason, Dan Aykroyd, Paul Bartel, and Randy Quaid, and special appearances by Chevy Chase. So I don't really know much about it other than people saying it's just really like a pretty crappy sequel, but you know what, knowing me, I probably wouldn't be surprised if I enjoy this one more than the original Caddyshack, but it's been a while since I watched the original Caddyshack, so maybe I'll do like a double feature one of these nights. The next one I got it the same day that Cars Toons came out, and I got it through Amazon for $16.99. I got locked in a pretty sweet pre-order price, and it's the 4-disc release, the 2-disc Blu Ray, DVD, and digital combo pack of Toy Story 3. This was hands down the best animated film of the year, and easily one of the best films that Pixar has ever made. It's a fitting and perfect ending to the Toy Story saga. It's amazing. It's totally tear-jerking, just, you know, following these characters that I grew up with ever since 1995. Pixar and Disney really, really outdid themselves with this. I mean, it's just crazy to think that the fate of Toy Story 3 was at one time, it was going to be, you know, they saved it from being, at one time, just a direct-to-video crappy sequel, but, you know, after, you know, over 10 years of being in development, they saved it, they got the right people back in charge on the project, and it became, you know, it went from becoming a crappy direct-to-video sequel to being probably one of the best things that Pixar has ever or will ever do. It's just absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm probably going to watch it right after I finish this video because I loved it in the theater, and I can't wait to revisit it. This is an absolute pickup. You have to pick this one up. The next one I got was a really, really awesome deal at BJ's, actually. They were selling this for $23.99, and I knew what a great deal that was, and just to double check it, I went on Amazon once I got home and checked it out, and Amazon wanted like $54 and change for it, but at BJ's they were only asking $23.99, so I got the 25th anniversary collector's edition of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Blu-ray. This has all 4 films: the original Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, and Ninja Turtles 3, as well as TMNT, the 2007 CG film. The whole series is great. I actually have the first 2 and TMNT on DVD. I just never got around to 3, because I just never... 3 is just kind of the shittiest one out of them all, so I never ended up getting around to getting that, not even, you know, for, like, the completist mentality. But once I saw that the Blu-ray set was only $23, I had to snag it up. And although I know that, like, the first 3 films, they weren't getting the best reviews on their transfers, which is pretty shitty, the 4th one got a really, really great review, as it should, because it's a recent CG film, so there's really no excuse as to why that Blu-ray transfer shouldn't be anything less than great. But, you know, this box set came with a lot of cool stuff. It came with, like a comic book, a free beanie with the Ninja Turtles logo on it, a reproduction sketch, just some cool stuff. So, I mean, for $23.99, you get 4 Blu-rays, and then a bunch of other cool shit that came in the box, so I really don't see how anybody can go wrong. So if you have a local BJ's and you're a BJ's member, I totally suggest going over there and picking up this sweet deal, because nobody else is selling this box at that price. And the last 2 that I picked up are, again, from Shout Factory. They're part of the Roger Corman Cult Classics lineup. And the first one I got is Tracy Lords in Not of This Earth. This is the 1988 remake of the original 1957 classic that Roger Corman directed. Jim Wynorski actually directed this one. He's responsible for, like, Chopping Mall and Deathstalker 2. And I had never seen this one before, but I watched it a few days ago, actually, and it's cheesy, and it's a little flat. Like, it's out of all of the other Corman titles that have been released, I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that this may actually be the weakest one that's come out. But then again, you know, it's kind of hard to say, because, I mean, look at this, you know, look at the stuff that I'm comparing it to, like Rock and Roll High School, and Suburbia, and Death Race 2000, and Piranha, so it's kind of hard in the whole Corman lineup when this comes along, and then you see, like, all the other ones that have passed, which are just, like, absolute Corman staples. So, yeah, I would definitely say that this one is kind of, the weakest, but there's a great, great theme in this, a really cool score. It's definitely funny, and it has its moments, but overall it's just a little flat. there's a cool new interview with Tracy Lords on it, who seems to have, she seems to say nothing but good things about it. So it's a cool little interview. There's commentaries on here with Tracy Lords and the director, which I didn't get around to checking out. But like I said, I'm a complete completist. I love this lineup that Shout Factory has done, and I hope they just continue, and I hope more people support this lineup, because it's great to see these films out. But yeah, this one was just, not the greatest. And the final one that I got is, again, from the Roger Corman Cult Classics lineup. This time it's a double feature, which I haven't checked out yet, but I will be this week, and it is Terror Within and Dead Space. Both these films look like they're a real lot of fun. This double feature, in addition to the double feature that was just put out last time of The Evil and Twice Dead, they both have a special feature of the Roger Corman Experience on it, where you can watch both double features back to back, and they actually put trailers, like vintage trailers at the beginning of the double feature and in the middle, like as sort of like an intermission and stuff. So it's a really cool feature to play if you want to actually sit down and watch these back to back. I really recommend watching it like that. The Terror Within has a new anamorphic widescreen transfer, has trailers, and Dead Space actually comes with an audio commentary with the director Fred Gallo and trailers. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, both these seem like they're a ton of fun. I really can't wait to cut into these. So that pretty much wraps up my November 10th DVD update. As always, I really appreciate you guys tuning in and subscribing, leave me comments, all that good shit. So, that pretty much wraps it up. Tune in and be on the lookout for more Saturday night movie drive-in reviews. I'm going to start, picking up the pace a little bit, because I know I kind of had a short-lived Halloween marathon this year. It was just a little too tiring and exhausting, and I just simply didn't have the time to do it. But I did manage to do the first 5 days of October, so if you guys go over to the 31 Frightening Days of Halloween marathon playlist, the first, right at the beginning, the top of the list, the first 5 days are actually from this year, and they're cool reviews. I did some cool film choices, but I don't think a lot of people saw them, because the hits are pretty low on them. But I reviewed The Howling, Sleepy Hollow, the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead, Pumpkinhead. So out of the 5 days that I did, there's some pretty cool reviews in there. So if you guys just happen to miss them or didn't see them at all, go ahead and to that playlist and check them out. I definitely plan on picking up the pace again on the Childhood Flicks Picks reviews. I haven't forgotten about that segment at all. I just have been caught up and busy, so I'll definitely be doing those again, because I really enjoy doing those, and I think I got a pretty good response on the reviews that I've done. So I don't know, I've been actually toying with the idea of reviewing the first Ninja Turtles movie for the next Childhood Flicks Picks review. So keep your eyes out for that, and just as always, guys, thanks again for tuning in to all my videos. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.